it made the thinning slightly more visible. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Baldcafe and welcome to this video. In this one, I'm going to be explaining how I went from a full head of hair to what you see today in the space of about 4 years, and answering the question of why I went bald so quickly, how I lost my hair so quickly, and more importantly, actually, why it would appear that way. Now, before we get started, guys, I've got to mention this channel is sponsored by Leaf Shave. If you guys are tired, if you're feeling wasteful of getting a couple of head shaves with your cartridges, throwing them away, if you want a more sustainable method of shaving your head or shaving anywhere, make sure you check out Leaf Shave down. First link in the description. I'm super proud to have those guys on board sponsoring this channel. I have found a series of video clips, and the first one you're going to see here goes back February 2017. Okay, so I'm out in China. It's 2017, and what you can see here is what looks like a pretty good head of hair. You know, this is a kind of an angle, and interestingly, I've only just found this clip whilst I was kind of hunting for this stuff, you know, going back down memory lane, but you can already kind of see there at the crown that, you know, I would say that that crown is starting to thin out just slightly. Now, at the time, I didn't actually notice there in this video that that's what was going on. But now, upon review, I would say that, yeah, you know, it's fair to say that that is looking a little sparse. Nothing too crazy, don't get me wrong. But that is the time that this stuff really starts to become visible. Okay, so that's February 2017. We're looking at like 4 years. Now here we move on to, of course, the famous, if you're a fan of the channel, famous clip. This is the one that did it for me, guys. This is where I discovered, like, bro, what is that? This is the first clip that I saw. And if I'd have showed that clip to you there, I'll play it once more, right? If I'd have showed this clip to you right here, again, hundreds of people would never even notice that anything was going on. But I just saw it and I was just like, wait a minute. And of course I saw this little flash of thinness at the crown there. And I studied this picture. I studied this video for ages, guys. You know, in this moment, I studied it and I thought, no, what is that? It just doesn't look right to me. And you know, just too much pinky scalp visible there, and I'm super uncomfortable after this point. This was the thing that did it for me. I discovered, you know, started taking all the pictures, and again, this is early 2017. Now, I don't really have any pictures that show, you know, how it kind of progressed from there. I don't want to encourage people to really sort of dig through photos and start over-analyzing. But unfortunately, when you're in this hair loss journey, it's kind of something that you just start doing. And so here we are. We're looking at this picture here. And again, you can kind of just see it's getting a little bit wispy on the top there. So again, this is 2017, guys. A couple of video clips here. You know, if we look really closely, if we kind of zoom in, you can see the, you know, unflattering angles. And there you go. You can kind of see here that things really are kind of thinning out at the scalp there. Again, blowing around in the wind, bit of sun on there. You can really kind of see it. This little video here, this is me at the airport. It's so crazy now looking back. Guys, digging through my wife's phone, we were in bed the other night digging through my wife's phone, and I was like, oh yeah, send me that one. You can kind of see it there. I mean, it's crazy to think that before I was screening this sort of thing to be like, delete that, get rid of that, or like, oh no, like, you know, you could see my hair loss looks awful there. And now I was like on the hunt for these clips, really just to kind of show you guys, again, keeping it real. That's what this is about, you know. I just want to share it, keep it real. During this trip, this was actually on a trip back from China to the UK for a couple of weeks. Guys, this is a really telling clip here. Taking a little selfie. Yeah, hi. Okay, and right there at the end there, you see my frustration. And this is what was building. Okay, a bit of wind. This little tiny clip here just says it all. The frustration with my hair and playing with it was just always there. And ultimately, this is what led me to know and feel, I got to do something about this. And it was crazy, guys. I found so many of these clips on her phone. This is me, look, out enjoying the sun, enjoying the time at home, and there I am again, look, playing with my hair. That, oh my goodness me, all the time. And that is a textbook example. I even have photographic evidence, right? These are two pictures taken like almost back to back. Look, there I am going down the stairs. Oh, someone's taken a picture of me, or I just, you know, I just feel it. And there you go, look. That was all the time like that. And I've made other videos talking about that more specifically, I know, guys, but I just found these clips and I thought I've got to share them with you. Here's another one. There's me, look, walking down the road, and here it comes, enjoying my day. Oh, you can see that little bit of hair sticking up, little wispy hair. Better pop that down and get things covered up. So but yeah, look, there it is. Look, this is still in summertime, 2017, middle of the year. And from the front, do you know what I mean? Like, it looks like I've got pretty epic hair. And this is the thing, I was always checking the hairline. This is like before, you know, over the years, I would kind of assess the hairline situation. And to be fair, it looks pretty good, right? But I think it's fair to say, I know I'm kind of going in close here and analysing, but this is another one from behind. You can see that it is generally starting to thin out, and I was really excited when I found these clips back to back. I mean, this kind of windy day, I was filming a video for another project, and yeah, unfortunately, you know, it just shows that I really did have this, was still kind of like okay, and just here was the main place that started to go, and that's like where I'm pretty much most bald now. So guys, I want to fast forward to September 2017. This is where I said, enough's enough. I don't want to be having it on my mind. I don't want to be faffing around with it, guys. And I shaved off the hair. Okay, I shaved it off. I buzzed it off for the first time. And that's what you are seeing right here, okay, in this little video. Again, doing some filming for another project. September 2017. And you can see here, okay, you can see that when I buzzed it off at the sides there, you know, it is obviously darker, but I think it's fair to say I've got this patch here, which is like darker. You can see it's sort of slightly thinning out at the temples there, and it's just this main bit at the back was the issue area. And guys, this is literally, I want to say, not even a month between me at the beach there and shaving it off. And when I shaved it off, this was, I think, I want to say like a grade 1 or maybe a grade 0 kind of grown out slightly, which is how I started shaving my head, right, with the clippers. It's fair to say that when it was kind of longer, it made the thinning slightly more visible. You know, it made it slightly more visible. Now, I felt good that I'd taken the action on it, but if I really kind of analyze it here, you can see that actually under that quite long hair, it had thinned out in this middle part considerably, right? So that's the first thing I want to note to you guys. You know, people say, like, oh my goodness me, your hair fell out so quickly. But actually, when it was longer, it did look thicker and at the right angles. And if I'd done a good job of playing around with it and kind of spreading it out more, it was quite well concealed, right? Quite well concealed to people that wouldn't know me. And this is so funny. When I first started the videos here on Baldcafe, I used to get a lot of comments that were like, dude, you're not even losing your hair, like you've just shaved your hair, which is kind of funny. You know, people used to think like, oh, you're just doing this and you're not even losing your hair. There's this theory, right? There's other popular YouTubers that talk about hair loss have spoken about this as well. This theory that by the time you actually notice that your hair is falling out, you've already lost like close to 50% of your hair. I did a podcast episode with my dad. If you haven't seen that one, I'll put a link up the top there. But this is what my dad had to say. But did you ever think, oh, maybe he'll go bald when he's older too? Or did you not really think about that?
Only because you had mentioned it.
Oh, okay. So before that.
But it never occurred to me before you mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I think you began to voice the fear quite some time ago. So,
yeah, that's true, yeah.
Perhaps even when you were a teenager, you would say.
When I grew my hair long for the first time, when I was about, I don't know, 14.
Yeah.
And it would look like it was falling out more in the shower.
Yeah.
And then I remember I went with Mum to the hairdressers over the road.
Yeah.
And she told me, oh, don't worry, you know, our hair falls out 100 pieces a day or something.
Well, the same thing happened to me when I was 14, 15, 16. I noticed when I washed it that it was coming out a lot. And we noticed it when you were still living at home.
Oh, really?
After you'd been in the shower or the bath.
Oh, really?
There was lots of hair, but we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything because we didn't want to worry you.
Yeah. Oh, really?
But
oh, I didn't know that.
We did notice it.
Yeah, because in the shower, you know, you have that thing that stops the hair going down the plug.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a lot of hair, when I'd washed my hair. And I washed my hair like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because you seemed so fearful of it, we decided never to mention it.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't think about that, because obviously you were bald, so I think I probably was subconsciously worried about it.
Yeah.
So there you go, right? That was a good chat I had with my dad about it, which I was kind of nervous to do, but it was nice to have that conversation. To be quite honest, guys, my hair could have started to fall out. I mean, it seems likely based on that evidence. It started to go, like, when I'm talking, you know, mid-teenager. And I really think what's happened is it's just started to fall out really, really slowly over the years, up to the point there in 2017 when I first kind of noticed it. Enough has fallen out over all of those years. I mean, blimey, how many years are we talking? That's almost 10 years, right? That's almost 10 years of slow kind of hair fall, to the point where I've lost so much, now I'm really noticing it. And what we're kind of seeing since I've started Baldcafe and over these years is kind of the end portion, where loads of it's fallen out. So now when more of it kind of goes, it looks almost like it's really, really sped up, when in fact it's been quite a gradual process, and now it's nearing the kind of end of it falling out. Super bald, right? It just looks like I'm super bald now. I still have hair here, you know, do still have some hair, but it's really kind of thin, really miniaturized. Of course, you've got the normal hair at the sides there and at the back, but that's what it's looking like today, guys. This was a picture I took of someone asking me about the shadow there, and there's a couple of clips here from me back in December where I've still got my beard and I haven't shaved it off yet. A little bit grainy clips, I know, not the best quality, but this is my hair kind of grown out a little bit, and I think you can see there that it really has progressed. This is 4 years on from when I first kind of shaved it. But the most important point, guys, is obviously, you know, doing these videos and talking about it, quite honestly, is you know, it's helped me as well. It's helped me get comfortable with it and really just not leave anything to be ashamed of, you know. Losing your hair, guys, is nothing to be ashamed of at all, right? It really isn't. And that's why I like to talk about these things. I like to talk about my journey with it and share it with you guys. And of course, in this video, we kind of cleared up the topic, or I hope I've kind of shed some light on the topic of how it looks like my hair has just vanished in the space of 3 or 4 years, when in reality, guys, it was a really, really slow process that started really young for me, and now sort of 15 years on from when it probably started, we're looking at, you know, the kind of end results. So I kind of wanted to touch on this to say that, you know, hair loss is going to be different for all people, all men, right? So many of men out there are going to experience it, but it is going to be different for everyone. And I didn't want someone to come across my videos and think, oh my goodness me, this guy lost his hair in like 2 years overnight, it vanished, okay? That's not how it worked. And honestly, this for some people happens over 30, 40, 50 years, right? So, you know, I know a lot of people would say like, oh, if this was only happening to me when I was 30, 40, 50, I would be more comfortable with it, or maybe into my 60s. And for a lot of people, that is how this is going to play out, okay? That is how this will play out. Theirs will start later, and it was when they get into those 40s, 50s, that they'll start to really kind of notice it. And hopefully by then, you know, they'll feel kind of more comfortable with it. But in all honesty, guys, this is something you can completely get comfortable with, okay? When you kind of look back and, you know, you do this kind of reflecting like I often do. And, of course, I do it by kind of sharing this stuff with you. You don't have to, like, be that extreme with it all. But you just see that it's just a natural progression, you know? It's just a natural progression in a man's life, right? Quite honestly. It's a natural progression in a man's life, and I'm happy that I kind of have these clips now that I can share with you. So for the people that are like, dude, how did your hair fall out so, like, drastically quick? Okay, it's not kind of the full story, okay? Not kind of the full story. I think the way my hair has fallen out with this kind of whole diffuse thing going on, seems like it's just fallen out very evenly, if that makes sense. It's not just been at the start here and this has all been heavy hair. It's all kind of gone quite evenly, and now I'm at the stage where, yeah, it's kind of coming to that end point. To be honest, it makes it easier now because it's kind of quicker to shave my head and get it all even, to be quite honest with you guys. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Like an interesting little look down memory lane for me there. And yes, it wasn't quite as drastic as it appears, okay? Just towards the end, when the hair really starts going, is when it gets more visible. Okay, as always guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, Leaf Shave linked down in the description box there. First link if you want to invest yourself in a sustainable razor and get a little bit of money off too. That was interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. Don't get freaked out, okay? No matter where you are at with your journey, just be safe in the knowledge that you know there's another side to this. There's light at the end of that tunnel. You can absolutely get comfortable with that situation, with yourself, and however that plays out for you guys, I wish you all the best. I, of course, will see you in that next video. Goodbye.